Namaste, my friends. This is the Sun Woman, and welcome to my Holistic Tarot. Here are your universal messages for the sun sign and rising sign of Pisces. This may also resonate with the moon sign of Pisces. You'll know if the message speaks to you. Right now we're going to be looking at what may be coming in for you for the next 30 days, and that's going to be during the new moon cycle in Leo from the eclipse on August 21st through to September 19th. Okay? Now again, these are universal messages. These are general messages. If you would like an individual private reading, please contact me at the link in the information box below. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the messages are for Pisces for this new moon cycle in Leo. What are the messages for Pisces for the new moon cycle in Leo? I'm going to shuffle one more time. I've already pre-shuffled the cards and then cut them and see what Spirit has for Pisces for the new moon in Leo. All right, here we go. So we have the Four of Swords in the distant past. We have the Hermit and the Three of Swords in the recent past. So we're talking about the distant past being a year to 6 months, the recent past being 1 to 3 months. And we have the Ace of Swords in the center position with the Knight of Cups crowning and the King of Cups at the base. So this would be representing right now and the first 2 weeks of this lunar cycle. We have the Six of Wands and the Tower in the near future, and that again would be about the 3rd week of this cycle. And in the outcome we have the Page of Coins, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles would represent that final week of this lunar cycle, right around September 19th, right before the new moon in September. Okay? We have at the base of the deck the Three of Pentacles, Three of Coins. All right, and I'm using the Universal Tarot. I'm going to pull the cards down so you don't have such a glare there. The sun is going down right now where I'm at, so I have the light on here. All right, I'm going to be doing some clarification with the Golden Tarot and using the Tao Oracle as a healing message. So I'm not sure if I said I'm using the Universal Tarot at the beginning, but this is the Golden Tarot deck. All right, beautiful deck here. All right, so you know, the first thing that I'm drawn to, Pisces, is this Eight of Swords in the very center of the reading. So that is like my laser point focus. There is some truth that's going to be coming out within the next 2 weeks in your life that is going to, in some way, free you, okay? It may be that information that you did not have before is going to be coming to light, or perhaps you will be speaking your truth, you know, out into the open in the next 2 weeks. The lunar eclipse in Pisces is falling in your 6th house. Your 6th house is the house of work, of your day-to-day routine. It's also the house of your responsibilities, you know, your daily grind and your day-to-day activities. It is the house of your service. So whoever you serve, whoever you provide service to in your life, whether it's family, friends, if you work in a service-oriented profession, that's new moon is falling in that house. And again, your daily work routine and activity. The sixth house also rules your health and your sense of well-being. So you may implement some new regimen or some new diet or some new health routine that is going to change your life significantly. Also, something is going to change in your daily life. So you may have a certain routine, you get up at a certain time of the day, you take care of whatever business you have to take care of, then you go to work, you go to the gym and all of that. So something is going to be happening in the next 2 weeks that is going to significantly change that. With the Ace of Swords there may be a freeing up of time that was spent doing something else. So maybe some responsibility that you've previously had is going to change, and you're going to be given kind of a release to now follow a new course and redesign your daily life, okay, your daily regimen. With the Four of Swords in your distant past, I feel that there has been some kind of going within, okay? Some kind, you may have been spending a lot of time on your own, maybe time in meditation, maybe time resting. Perhaps the Four of Swords is a period after some kind of surgery or some recovery, or it may just be you kind of separating yourself from others in your life in order to formulate your next plan, in order to make new plans and figure out, what do I do next. The Four of Swords talks about the need for rest. So you may have found in the last year to 6 months that you've needed more rest in order to kind of recover on a daily basis. You may have needed to conserve your energy. Or just in general, there may have been more time spent alone. Some of you may have been distanced from relatives or friends, people that you used to spend a lot of time with, and who you did a lot of activities with. Maybe they are gone off somewhere, or they're involved in other activities where you've needed to kind of be on your own and listen to your own thoughts and create some kind of private space in order to heal, in order to replenish yourself, okay? And the swords also talk about thoughts and mental activity. So you may have needed more time to, again, come up with new plans as to what you're going to do going forward in your life. Now, in the recent past, we have the Three of Swords and the Hermit. Now, it's all very much the same vibe, kind of, as the Four of Swords, where the Hermit is an even deeper energy of needing to kind of become that hermit, spend time alone, spend time away from the madding crowd, okay, to seek deeper understanding about your life. Maybe some of you have been to a retreat, or you've been pursuing spiritual teaching, spiritual learning, gone back to church or synagogue or temple, mosque, wherever, whatever your spiritual home is, or spending more time in nature. Interesting, the Hermit here is shown with a deer and animals in the woods. So some of you may have been spending more time by yourself in nature, or finding a need to do that. Now the Three of Swords is here as well. So I do feel that there may be an emotional component to this, where some of you have been separated from someone, or there's been a breakup or a detachment from someone in your life. And with the Hermit, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Swords, I feel that there has been either a necessary or an unplanned detachment from someone who has meant something to you in your life. You may have experienced a breakup, you may have experienced the end of a relationship, or some upset or heartbreak, or just a sense of there may be grieving, okay? Someone may have passed on in your life, or there just has been a separation on an emotional, spiritual, even physical level from someone in your life. Now, there are 3 swords here on the 3 of Swords, and it's interesting that on the 4 of Swords, there are also 3 swords hanging from the wall. So there may be this separation or detachment from someone may have been as a result of a third person in the relationship. There may have been another person that has caused a breakup, or you may have decided to spend more time with a different person than the person that you were previously with. The Hermit represents the sun sign of Virgo. So perhaps for some of you, Pisces, there may be a Virgo in your life who maybe that person has detached themselves from you. They've gone into their own cocoon, into their own space, and you've been feeling the loss of that person, okay? And as a result of that, you are... It's interesting because the 3 of Swords shows a person who is guarding her heart. Her arms are crossed, okay? And, there may have been a need to protect your heart from this person who may have abandoned you, left you behind. So, again, some kind of pulling back from the people in your life or one particular person in your life. And now you are moving into the current period, the next 2 weeks, starting on August 21st, having come to maybe, the naked truth about your situation. Maybe you understand why this situation has had to happen. Maybe you understand why there was a break or why there was a separation or detachment. It's interesting because we have the Knight of Cups here and we have the King of Cups. So the Knight of Cups crowning and the King of Cups at the base of the reading. So very strong water energy here. This is definitely you represented by either or both of these cups, court cards. And with the Ace of Swords in the center at the focal point, I feel like you have been the one that has taken the sword in your hand and you are the one that is cutting that cord, okay, from someone else in your life. You may be cutting the cord from another water sign, another Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. You may have needed to cut this cord from someone in your past. Perhaps it was cutting the cord from the Hermit in order to now move into a new situation or a new relationship with the water sign energy. In all, I do feel like there is something coming to you. There is an offer of love that is coming towards you in the next 2 weeks, or you yourself are offering up your cup of love to someone else. The Ace of Swords can represent air, so there could be an air sign who has kind of come into your life and been that sword that cuts the Gordian knot, okay, that is the cause of a final release from someone who you may have been holding on to, but who has been detached from you. Definitely strong swords energy here. So it could be air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini coming into your life and causing that truth to be revealed, allowing you to see the truth in your heart of what is real and what is not. Okay, of what is resonant with you and what is no longer resonating with you. So, there definitely has been some detachment, and now a final swipe of the sword seems to be due within the next 2 weeks. And perhaps brought about by this lunar eclipse in the sign of Leo. And Leo rules the heart. Okay, Leo's love affairs. Leo also rules children, creativity. Leo's ruled by the sun. So there's a lot of joy and a lot of happiness that can come through the energy of Leo and through the energy of the sun. You know, so I feel like this Knight of Cups is saying to you, there's love on offer here. There's emotional fulfillment being offered to you. You only have to reach out and grasp that cup that's being offered to you. And you know, with water on the card here, it's very, you know, there's a lot of depth here emotionally. If you can see that, a lot of depth in this card with the watery background there. Okay, and you may be overcoming choppy, tumultuous waters in order to now arrive on the other side of that heartache or that sadness, to now be living in truth and be able to present your cup of love to another person, to a new person. Now, coming in towards the third week of this lunar cycle, which would be around the first and second week of September, are the Six of Wands and the Tower. This is very interesting because I feel like there's going to be some kind of public display or public revelation or public change that's going to kind of sweep in. You may be announcing this new love or this new person in your life, you know, to the world, introducing that person to your friends or to your family members or colleagues. It's going to create, you know, it might create a bit of an uproar. It might create a bit of a situation where people are shocked and surprised by your, you know, your coming out. Some of you, and I just, you know, I spoke the message. Some of you may be coming out as far as your sexuality, the truth about your sexuality and about who you love and who you're attracted to. And that news may surprise people in the public who thought they knew you. Okay, you may be coming out, you know, in public, in social media, or coming out, you know, at a party, whether it's about your true sexuality or if you're just coming out about your feelings about someone in your life, someone new in your life, or a new love. There's definitely the, you know, the sign of a revelation being brought to the public in your life. But I have to tell you that I don't see any negativity here as far as the outcome of that revelation. Just the opposite. I feel like whatever this shakeup is in your life, it's going to free you, just like this Ace of Swords is freeing you into living in truth, okay? And that's really what these eclipses are about. Eclipses remove things, people, situations from our lives that are no longer part of our truth, and bring in, you know, sweep in something that will help us actually continue to travel along our journey toward an authentic self, you know, an authentic life. So whatever this revelation is, Pisces, I really feel like it's going to push you forward towards revealing your authentic self to the world and even to yourself. Okay, people might be shocked, people might not understand, but the truth of the matter is that those who love you and respect you will continue to love you and respect you. Anyone who turns their back on you, you know, did not truly love you for who you are. Because where there is love, there's acceptance, there's unconditional acceptance, there's respect for who you are. Okay, which doesn't change depending on who you love. Okay, and so in the outcome here, towards the end of this new moon lunar cycle, closer to the last week in the cycle around September 19th, right before that new moon, I feel that there is some kind of gift that's going to be coming into you. It's an offering. It could be through someone of an earth sign personality, which could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. It's something new, though. It is, it may not be related to this Virgo, or, if this was a Virgo in your life. This is something new. This is an offer, a gift, a blessing, something that you can really hold on to, okay? Something material. Whether it's someone giving you a gift, that's going to surprise you, or, it could be money, it could be some kind of tangible gift. It could also be a gift of support, okay? However that might manifest for you, it's going to be good news for you. It's going to be good news from someone in your life who is very stable, who is very grounded in their life. And it could be someone who is a scholar, a student, either literally or a student of life. And I do feel like there is definitely a blessing. Now, I am also seeing the goat on this card. And so the goat for me represents Capricorn. All right. So this is an earth sign card, and with that goat there may be a Capricorn in your life who's going to present you with some kind of gift or blessing. Okay, it might be a blessing over your new relationship, or your new truth that you're bringing out to the world. And at the base of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. So whatever this change is, whatever this coming out of solitude is, you're going to be building something, and you're going to be, and it looks like there's teamwork involved, okay? So the Three of Pentacles talks about a group of people, more than two people, working together to build something and create something. And on the Three of Coins card, you have a group who are in a church, and they're building a church, or there is a person, an elder, overseeing a novice. So I feel like you may be expanding financially, you may be expanding in your career, your skills. Some of you may decide to go back to school or start some kind of educational program. If that is the case, I would totally encourage you to do that, because there's something that you are ready to learn and that you need to learn now. There are skills that you will need to carry you through to the next phase of your life, and this may be that time. With this eclipse in your 6th house, again, I said some change is going to be freeing you up to have more time on your hands. What are you going to do with that time? Well, find something that's going to help you increase your personal growth, okay? Or pour more energy into your job, your work, your company, your, starting a new business, or, becoming an entrepreneur. Definitely with the Page of Coins there and the Three of Coins, the signs are good for you moving forward with something that is going to either increase your prosperity, bring in new money or new opportunities, or increase your skill level. And again, also talking about a blessing coming in from someone who is a stable energy in your life. Okay? All right, so let me just go ahead and do a quick clarification. I want to know what this truth is that Pisces is going to be receiving. I want to know more about the Tower, and I want to know more about the Page of Coins. All right, so what is this truth? All right, so the truth is that you're going to be making a decision. Here we get, again, we have the Two of Swords. So you have the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Swords, all coming up here. I feel like some of you, many of you, are going to be finally making a decision that you may have been procrastinating, you may have been thinking about, during this period of solitude, kind of ruminating, weighing and balancing everything and trying to, hoping that you're going to make the right decision. It looks like you are going to make the right decision, Pisces. You're going to be making a choice. And that choice is going to allow you to unburden your heart or unguard your heart. So the Two of Swords here indicates someone who is crossing their heart with the two swords. And with it clarifying the Ace of Swords, I feel like you're going to be dropping one of those swords. Some of you may have been in a situation where you're dealing with two people and you're trying to make a decision between two people in your life. Well, it looks like you're going to be releasing yourself from one of those relationships potentially, and you're going to be focusing your energy on that one person who is better aligned to your truth. Okay? Now, what's the Tower? Okay, the Tower talks about the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is emotional fulfillment. That really has a lot to do with the past. But with the Tower there, I feel like you are going to be releasing yourself from being held back by the past. So with the Tower, with the Six of Cups clarifying the Tower, the Tower is breaking you free from a structure or a foundation that had you locked into the past. And the result of that being the Six of Wands, where now you're going from an emotional to a life-changing Six of Wands. You're going to be announcing, your breakthrough, your freedom, your release from the past. So that's beautiful. Also, the Six of Cups, can be related to children. So maybe some of you will no longer have certain responsibility over your children. Maybe your children are going away to school, or they're going on with their lives, or, something is changing if you have children in their lives. And now this is freeing you up with more time to now focus on your own life, your own personal endeavors, and your own personal plans. Okay? And then on the Page of Coins, well, wow, interesting. The Devil is the Capricorn card. And didn't I say that this Page of Coins card also indicates the Capricorn symbol, has a goat there? So here you have double Capricorn influence. So again, there may be a Capricorn person in your life who is going to be blessing you in some way. And, just taking the glare off of these cards here. So that's really powerful. You're going to be releasing yourself. There is that, there's that Tower releasing you from what's been holding you back. And a blessing coming through for you as well. So definitely, understand that whatever is holding you back, you can free yourself from, Pisces. It's just a matter of making that decision. And I think that you have people around you who are going to be supportive of you to now move forward and unchain yourself, unbind yourself from those things that were previously holding you back. The sixth house indicates a new way of life. So the Devil is saying, free yourself in order to now follow that new way of life that this eclipse is bringing forward for you. Okay, so let's see what the Tao Oracle message is. The healing message for my Pisces. What is the healing message from the Tao Oracle for Pisces? Healing message for Pisces. Okay, so we have the card Youthful Folly. So the warning here with this card is that you want to make sure that whatever changes you're making, whatever decisions you're making, that you're doing it in a mature way. Okay, you may have been in this recent period kind of walking on eggshells, walking a tightrope. Okay, standing in the middle of a tightrope with the past behind you and the future in front of you, and doing this balancing act between what has been before and what you are moving towards. So make sure that whatever you do it with maturity, that you learn about what it is you need to make these changes in your life, that you don't engage in any reckless behavior. Okay, Youthful Folly card also gives me a message about the Tower here. So, be certain that any announcements that you make or any revelations that you make, you think about it very carefully before you make those announcements, or, speak your truth into power, because it is going to significantly change your life. It may eclipse people out of your life who don't understand you or who don't respect your decision. Just make sure that you are balancing your decisions with maturity, with having thought very carefully about what you want to do and where you want to go. And I feel like finally you will be allowed to move forward on this tightrope towards the shore and toward the other side of this balancing act that you've been living with and that you've been functioning under. Okay? All right, Pisces, thank you so much. That is your reading, and I send you blessings and bid you namaste. Peace.